Want more of me? Who doesn't? Subscribe to the Volume YouTube channel today. I got a bone to pick with Big Ben. The just retired Steelers quarterback said this week, now that he's retired, too many players are coddled in today's NFL. Cam Heyward, a Big Ben teammate and a great one for 10 years, pushed back. I agree with Heyward here. I've been doing this for 25 years. I have never seen professional athletes, and let's just stay on football now, that work harder in the offseason, that are in better shape. They care more, they cry more, they work more than now in the NFL. People confuse wealth with coddled. Yes, they're richer. As I've told you before, 92% of American millionaires did not inherit their wealth. That's a convenient argument, right? If somebody's not wealthy, they're lucky. They inherited it. 8% did. I don't have a lot of rich friends. I have two that have done very well. They're both workaholics. The reality is players make more. And yes, sometimes a player mid to late 20s gets a huge contract. They get a little cocky. They got some ego. But football uniquely humbles you. You can be hurt. Your career can end at any time. You have to play in bad weather, like we have to work in bad weather. You have to play hurt, like many of us go to work when we don't feel great, have a hangover, maybe sick. It's not a player's first league like the NBA. The NFL humbles you at every turn. And Big Ben needs to look in a mirror. The truth is, Big Ben's offseason were legendarily soft. Camping, beer, and family time. Now, that's fine for my offseason, but not an NFL quarterback competing with Peyton Manning or Tom Brady for championships. Russell Wilson, Brady, Manning, Breeze, legendary work ethics out of season. Big Ben, couple sit-ups, Bud Light, camping, maybe a yoga class. Jay Glazer, who's pretty tied in, has often joked that wrapped up Big Ben's off-season. Big Ben was coddled. The Pittsburgh media didn't hold him accountable for those off-seasons. The Pittsburgh fans didn't hold him accountable for the off-seasons. The coaches obviously didn't. The trainers obviously didn't. It's a small city, and Big Ben was a rock star with 2 Super Bowls. He did whatever he wanted to in his last 10 years. In fact, I was told years ago that the Steelers' pre-snap audible system was outdated. Ben just wouldn't commit to it. Too many fans confuse wealth with coddling. Players now come into a season in shape. They didn't in the 70s and 80s. Players now pay millions for personal trainers in the offseason. I mean, I saw a story recently where Leonard Fournette was like 15, 20 pounds overweight. Really? He can't lose that in the Tampa Bay humidity in 6 practices? The fact that it's a story that Leonard Fournette may be 20 pounds overweight and in 6 weeks he can't run it off. Folks, there's a reason it's a story. You don't hear that much. You rarely hear anybody coming into camp, maybe an occasional 320-pound defensive lineman, out of shape. I don't think players are coddled. They've never been more conscientious in the 25 years I've been doing this. They've never cared more. They've never played with more passion. I am often astonished at the quality of the human beings we have in the National Football League, considering how young they are and how wealthy they are. I'm blown away by it. The NFL is so lucky. Mahomes, Josh Allen, Brady, Russell Wilson, Stafford, Lamar Jackson, Herbert, Burrow. Good Lord, could they be more likable? I mean, the idea that players are coddled, even Antonio Brown, not my favorite guy, had a legendary work ethic. Went a little sideways emotionally, but nobody ever called Antonio Brown lazy. You saw him take his shirt off. He didn't spend the season eating donuts. I mean, Juju Smith-Schuster spends a little too much on social media, but always in impeccable shape, totally driven, very productive. Maybe he's not as good as the Steelers thought when they drafted him, but Andy Reid's got a good eye for talent, and he went and grabbed him. I don't buy Big Ben. Big Ben, and I trust my sources very much after winning Super Bowls, had his way around Pittsburgh. And it showed. His lack of attention to detail, his lack of an off-season commitment, to me is why, not lack of talent, he didn't stack up against Brady, Peyton Manning, peers in their prime, in his prime.